श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उठा माधती। जय प्रसार पूरे सर्वा आशा। जय प्रसार पूरे सर्वा आशा। चकुदान दिलु से जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। चकुदान दिलु से जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। दिव्य ज्ञान विदे प्रकाशितो। दिव्य ज्ञान विदे प्रकाशितो। प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते आविद अभिनस जत। प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते आविद अभिनस जत। फिर गाता हर चरितो। फिर गाता हर चरितो। श्री गुरु करुण सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु। श्री गुरु करुण सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु। लोकनाथ लोक रजिबाना। लोकनाथ लोक रजिबाना। आह प्रभु कर दया देहो मारे पद छाया। आह प्रभु कर दया देहो मारे पद छाया। इब जस गुश त्रिभुवाना। इब जा गुश त्रिभुवाना। तेरा प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना। जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा। प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिले। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चादेशतारिणे। Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami, Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Baba Tume. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Baba Tume Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Baba Tume Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste Narashringaya Namaste Narashringaya Praladadayine Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvakshay Hiranyakashipurvakshay Siladangkanagalahe
Vidatangkanakala he. Ita nishringa bharata nishringa. Ita nishringa bharata nishringa. Nursinga marim saranam prapade. Nursinga marim saranam prapade. Tavakara kamalavadina kamabhuto shringa. Dalita hiranya goshipu tanubrehinga. Keshavadita nararirupo. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara Tavakara kamalavare nakamabhuto shringa. Dalita hiranya goshipu tanubrehinga. Keshavadita naraharirupo. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara kamalavat. Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev, Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai. Shri Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki jai, Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Lakshmi Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, all reached assembled devotees. All glories to Sambhurutis, all glories to Animal.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jai. So, everybody okay? Only the Prabhu said okay. Mataji, you're not okay? You're okay? Mataji, they're not sure yet actually. So happy Mother's Day. I pray that Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra will bless you with pure devotional service at their lotus feet. So we'll sing Jai Radha Madhava for a little while and then we'll try and say something about Mother's Day. I'm not sure. But any possibility that if you're sitting too far away, you can come closer. And if you if you want. And sometimes while the class is on, maybe it's better to pay attention like it is. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Yamuna Thira Vanachari Jamu Thira Vanachari Jamuna Thira Vanachari Jamuna Thira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Jasodanandana Vrajajanarandana Yamuna Thira Vanachari Yamuna Thira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी 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 जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय निताय गुरु सुंदर निताय गुरु सुंदर जय निताय गुरु सुंदर निताय गुरु सुंदर गुरु जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा नित्य गो हरि बो हरि बो हरि बो नित्य गौर हरि बो नित्य गौर बो हरि बो हरि बो। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री निताय गौर सुंदर की Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gopramanande. All glories to the Summer devotees. All glories to the Summer devotees. All glories to the Summer devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Janardhan. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshura Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitam Sha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Takta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vahevacha Patitanam Bhavinibhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam bhangam laite girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. So today, on this very auspicious day of Mother's Day, anybody know the history of Mother's Day? Why we celebrate Mother's Day? Anyone? We just celebrate it. Because somebody told us. Or do we celebrate? Okay, let's ask that question. Maybe better to start. How many people are celebrating Mother's Day today? Or being celebrated? No Mother's Day? No Mother's Day? Hare Krishna. So are we celebrating Mother's Day? Yes or no? Definitely? So we bought some gift for the wife, for the mother, siblings, anyone? We bought? Yes. Okay. Mother, did you have the gift? Didn't get it yet? It's in the mail? Posting it? So you'd be interested to know that in Greek mythology, or if you want to call it, they worshipped the mother. One of the Greek goddesses was worshipped as a mother, and that's where this concept of Mother's Day first became a point, or talking point, or celebration point, actually. And then later it moved over to the Italian, and then later back to America. And there was a lady in the 1900s that she wanted to celebrate her own mother. So she came up with this concept, Mother's Day, and she tried to propagate it as much as she possibly could. And when she did, she hated Mother's Day. And then she fought a whole lifetime to cancel Mother's Day, actually. Because what happened was the companies, the commercial companies, they took this Mother's Day theme and they made it a commercial enterprise. So you'll be happy to know, or sad to know, depending which side of the coin you're sitting, like that it is, that this Mother's Day is second only to one other public holiday in the year, from an expense point of view. Anyone guess? Christmas. So Mother's Day has become the most expensive commercial holiday next to Christmas, like second to Christmas, actually. That's how much it has become commercialized, actually. But is that what Mother's Day is about? What exactly should we be celebrating, actually? Okay, whoever's phone is going to ring you and either spend one money buying one whole Bhagavatam set, right? If it rings in the class, you're going to buy one Bhagavatam set, or you're going to sponsor next week's Love Feast. And the Love Feast is 10 grand, actually. Just so that you put your phone on silent, actually. If you don't, I'm happy for you to sponsor the feast or buy the Bhagavatam set, whichever one works. Both ways will please Krishna. One you'll be serving the devotees, the other one you'll be serving the Bhagavad, actually. Why do we celebrate Mother's Day? Is any idea? Yes, Mother. One day in the year.
Yeah, but it's the concept that has been listed. Mother's Day, we should honor our Mother's Day.
Exactly. So Vedic teachings doesn't facilitate Mother's Day, actually. So mother and father are meant to be worshipped all the time. Guru is meant to worship every day. This is a concept, actually. Like, it's not that today I'll worship you and then the next 364 days or 363 days are up. It's okay. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't work like that, actually. The Vedic civilization teaches us how to be respectful to our parents, our mothers especially. And why specifically the mother, actually? Why it's Mata, Pita, Guru, like that? Why that concept, actually? Why the mother? Yes, Mata. Okay. Same. When he is not present. I saw that sign also, but that's not true. God is always present, actually. So remember, God is always present eternally because God is a super soul in the heart of every living entity. So sometimes it may be said that the mother may not be there, but God is there, isn't it? God is always there because he's next to the super soul and the soul are there eternally. So he's always there. But the mother may not be physically present all the time. But the good thing about the mother, or not the good thing, there's many good things about the mother. We'll read something from the Srimad Bhagavatam just now. It says that the mother, like Mataji is making the point, she carries the child. But Prabhupada makes a very important point in the Bhagavatam, in the praise of Prahlad Maharaj, when he was speaking to his friends in the Gurukul, I mean they call it Gurukul of Hiranyakashipu, like that it is. In the house of demons they had the school. And he was telling them that when he was in the womb of his mother, Narad Muni was speaking and Prahlad imbibed all this knowledge. You all remember that pastime? So this knowledge was imbibed by Prahlad while he was in the womb of his mother, actually, living in the ashram of Narad Muni. Because remember, his mother, or the palace of Hiranyakashipu was attacked by the demigod because Hiranyakashipu had went to perform penances and they were going to kill Kayadu and Prahlad Maharaj. And then Narad Muni came and said, no, you can't do this. This devotee, this child in the womb is not a demon. He's a great devotee, actually, like that. So you can't kill him. And later on, Prahlad was relating this to his friends and he was telling them that when I was within the womb of my mother, I heard all these transcendental subject matters on the Srimad Bhagavatam. And therefore I remembered that my responsibility is to serve, is to worship, is to glorify. That kind of thing. So his whole mood was devotional service, actually. This is what the mothers are meant to inculcate, or should inculcate rather, like this. Don't make it like it's your job. But Prabhupada made the point that the mother teaches the child by her activities. Child learn and they imbibe the qualities of the mother. If you don't believe me, sit down, for those of you that have children, and look carefully, actually. Whose qualities do the children have more? Mothers or fathers? Traits. Whose? Mothers or fathers? Generally, 99.9% of the time, the children spend more time with the mother, and as a result, they imbibe those qualities. So you will see children, if the mother is really devotional, if the mother is like doing puja, making garlands, or doing other things, the children automatically will do that, actually. You don't have to ask them to do that. Where's Dia? Where daughter? Outside, downstairs. His daughter is the classic example, and many of the devotee children are like that. Automatically they will follow. They'll see what you're doing and they will follow. Subhag Prabhu is not here, but his grandson is doing the same thing. He's walking around the house, got his hand inside the bead bag and trying to chant. He's like 1 year old trying to chant Hare Krishna, actually. Because his grandfather is doing this, actually. His grandmother is doing this. So the mother has this really, really, really important role in the life of children, especially. And especially today, it's more important that we actually pay attention to this appreciation of mother, plus their role of the mother, like that it is. Because, and I don't mean any disrespect, Prabhu, so please forgive me. Just do a comparison. How many men, how many women? Now, you can see, Srila Prabhupada mentions, women have softer hearts. They're more artistically inclined. They're more inclined to render devotional service, to be involved in prayer like it is, than men are like it is, actually. Because it's a fact. When we talk about the better part of the man, or the better half of the man, we speak about the woman because they have a softer personality. And therefore they have to be protected. Srila Prabhupada said that the woman should be protected from birth by her father, then when she gets married by her husband, and then in later on life by her son, actually. In all stages, actually. They should not be left unprotected, actually. Simply because they have good soft hearts, but they're also very gullible. Sorry, Prabhupada said not me. And they can be easily misled like that, it is, actually. But they have a really, really important role. In a household, the woman or the mother can decide what goes on in the practice of Krishna consciousness, in religious life. In any practicing family, if they are good, if the mother is a good role model, that house will have good values in terms of spirituality. Isn't it? It's a fact. Doesn't matter what the father does, but it's the mother that counts, actually. And just think about it. As parents, and I can attest to this, we at home for a certain part of the day, then we go to work, or we do whatever else, we come back in the evening, you have little time, you eat, sleep, go to bed. You don't really spend time with the child. But the mothers are teaching the children how to write A, B, C, D, how to count 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, all these simple basic skills the children imbibe actually. So it's very important. And the mothers have a really, really important role going forward, because if we continue the path that we're continuing right now, many of our youth will not become devotees, or will not have any aspect of our culture and religion in space like it is. It's the mother's responsibility to bring children to the temple. Mother's responsibility. Why? Because children will generally listen to the mother rather than listen to the father. The father can shout. I mean, I can tell you from my experience. If I tell my son and daughter, "You're coming to temple today," that's it, no stories. So out of fear, they'll probably say yes, actually. You know. But it's the mother's responsibility. Mother try and inculcates that mood of devotion, of love, of care. Because remember, for all of us, every one of us, if I ask a question now, who are you? What would you say? What would be your answer? Anyone? Who are you? Spirit soul. Okay, anybody else? I can't hear. You have to speak a little louder for me. My old age is hearing is a problem actually. Yes, ma'am. Your mother? Okay. So one thing, I'm going to disagree with all of you today. Because it's nice to say I'm a spirit soul, nice to say I'm a mother, nice to say I'm a father, nice to say I'm a son, daughter, whatever the case may be. But your foremost responsibility in life is that you're a devotee of Lord Krishna. Agreed? Yes or no? Anyone scientists here, doctors, lawyers, mathematicians, logicians, PhDs? No. None of those things matter actually. The fact that you're a devotee of Krishna is your first and foremost consideration. His Holiness Bhakti Jagannath Maharaj sat here 3 years ago and said the same thing. I'm repeating it 3 years later. You're a devotee. You're not anybody else. You're not Mr. So-and-so. You're not Miss So-and-so. You're a devotee. And what does that entail? Being a devotee entails that I'm going to follow the process of Krishna consciousness. I'm going to chant. I'm going to follow the regulated principles. I'm going to render devotional service. And I'm going to bring my family in the same process, actually. That's what your responsibility is, both for parents, both parents, and the children. It's not good enough to say I'm a devotee and don't do anything about it, actually. That's not fair. That's just superficial, actually. If you really want to become a parent, and Prabhupada says this in the Bhagavatam, that one should not become a parent, teacher, guru, if he cannot deliver his disciples, actually, or his children like it is. Isn't it? So why are we becoming parents if we're not going to do this? Today, we become more concerned. I want my son and daughter to become a doctor, lawyer, professor, whatever the case may be, because I want him to become a servant. Sorry. But that's a fact, actually. No matter what kind of job you have, you're a servant. Agreed? Yes or no? You're a servant. Is that what you want to do? You want to be a servant of somebody in the material world who exploits you for their own pleasure. When you're working hard, what is your boss doing? Counting money, playing golf, having lunch and breakfast and supper somewhere. You're working hard like an ass, actually, for him. Now if you take that same intensity and you apply it in your spiritual life and you work hard for the supreme boss, won't your life be better? How many of you believe that? Seriously. Put your hand right up. If you actually seriously believe that if you work for Krishna, without any motive, Krishna will take care of you, actually. Some people didn't put their hand up. Either you're too lazy to put your hand up or you're not interested. Which one, actually? So I can tell you for free that it's true. You may have doubts, you may have reservations, you may have so many things, but the fact of the matter is, if you pray to Krishna sincerely, if you follow the process that Srila Prabhupada gave us sincerely, Krishna will take care of you. Srila Prabhupada gave a very simple example. Krishna is taking care of the elephant who is eating 40 tons of foliage. Krishna is taking care of the ant eating 1 grain of sugar. So why won't Krishna take care of you? Why do you have to work so hard to become the servant for somebody else to enjoy? How is that benefiting you, actually? And this is what we're teaching our children to do as well. get promoted, get another job, get a higher position, get more salary. and as you go higher and higher and higher in this material hierarchy, I have Keshari Raj Prabhu will tell you sitting there that he has no more time left in his life actually. Isn't Prabhu? That's how it is. Revati Nandan Prabhu, another prime example. Getting extra promotion, getting extra job, getting extra money, but working hard like an ass. And the same thing applies to the Matajis. You're not exempt from this actually. So our role as Matajis, as women, is to teach our children how to become devoted to Krishna actually. And have the conviction that this Krishna consciousness works. It is not a fanciful idea that may work or may not work actually. Krishna Prabhu is sitting, I'm just thinking about him, you know. So Krishna Prabhu was a businessman in Rishit's Bay at one stage in his Krishna conscious life actually. And he's managing. Kamyavan Prabhu has been retired for the last 50 years of his life actually. And Krishna is taking care of him. So the faith and conviction that we have, we will teach our children. And that's what will carry them forward in their lives. I'm not saying don't find a job. So please, if you want to move in the temple, please do. I'll be really happy. I need some temple devotees actually. You know? So come stay in the temple. I'm happy to facilitate you. But I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying learn to understand which one's more valuable to you. Your spiritual life or your material life. And some people will tell me, no, Prabhu, if I don't work, then I won't get no money, so I can't do those things. I can't come to the temple Sunday, I can't give donation, I can't do this, I can't do that. Where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying that he must give donation? I haven't read anywhere actually like that. This Krishna is saying that he must give me all your hard-earned money, you know. What Krishna is asking for is our time, is our devotion, is our love. The same thing our children are asking for. The same thing the wife is asking for. The same thing the husband is asking for. Everybody is asking for this in the material world actually. They want love. They want to feel loved. If we don't, and if we can't engage in that facility, it becomes a problem. Sometimes we think that we are practicing Krishna consciousness actually. But what does it actually mean to be practicing Krishna consciousness? How many of you come to the temple once a week? Be honest with yourself at least. You don't have to put your hand up. I won't ask you to put your hand up actually. You be honest with yourself. You know? And how many of you have the facility to come more than that to the temple actually? And again, you can be honest with yourself. So the point is, how Krishna conscious are we? We are good to go to India. You know, like whenever we in Vrindavan or Mayapur or even Bombay, like for matter, you see all these people, you know, rushing to the temple every day for RTs, one RT or the next one, and thinking, wow, we have that facility. We're just not interested in doing it. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Instead of coming to the temple, I'd just rather rush up to the office. And then I'll work late in the office and then it's too late to come to the temple, let me go home. So there's no space for God actually like that. And this is what we're trying to teach our children. So today as mothers, we have this serious role of adjusting our life, creating a balance, and making sure that we can propagate what the essence of our life is. Because sadly speaking, you can work as hard as you want, you can make as much money as you want, you can drive the most luxurious car that you like, but there'll come a time when none of those things will matter. And then what would you do? My Gomaj was making this point in one class. He was talking about a similar subject matter. And he was saying that he knows this one man in America, really wealthy man. The guy's so wealthy, right? But the only thing he can eat is biscuit dipped in tea because his digestive system don't allow him to eat anything else. So what's the point of having all the money in the world if you can't eat? What's the point? So similarly like that, what's the point of having all the wealth in the world or having all these facilities in the world if you're not going to use it in Krishna's service actually? It's of no value to you. It's like ornaments on a dead person's body, you know, like that it is actually. So my humble suggestion, request is, please think about it. Please think how to adjust our life to make that it become Mother's Day. Where the mothers are honored every day, where the fathers are honored every day, where God is honored every day. And it becomes the focal point of our life. Our focal point of life should be our Krishna consciousness. Our material life is like, you get a main dish, or we're going to serve you prasad just now. So if you have any complaints about the prasad, please tell the Matajis, right? They didn't cook today, actually. It's like you get this main dish on your plate, and then next to that you get some pickle, or you get some salad, or you get some dressing, or whatever like that. Your material life is like that, actually. It's just like a small addition to your actual goal of life, actually. And the sooner we come to that conclusion, the better for us. The better for us. Because most of us, as I look around the room, and this is something that we see regularly, we are on the wrong side of our age. Let's put it like that. You're being kind, right? We're on the wrong side of it, actually. We have less than maybe 1%, 2%, not even 1%. All of you seated here now, I think there's less than 1% that are under 30, like that, actually. Okay. That Maharaji is definitely sponsoring the feast, actually. Who is that, Maharaji? Please put your hand up so I can see who it is. You're sponsoring the feast next week, Sunday. Thank you. Yeah. So we're on the wrong side of this, of our age, like that, actually. And we still. And the most amazing part of this thing is that we're still working hard. We're still trying to chase that elusive shadow called Maya Devi, actually, trying to catch her at the same time, actually, and tie her up and make sure she stays with you like that, actually. She can't. She's chanchala. Lakshmi has to be used in the service of Lord Narayan. Then it becomes valuable. Lakshmi used for our own sense gratification is useless, actually. And I made this point last time I gave class about Dharma, Artha, Karma, Moksha, like it is. That's what we're trying to do. We're happy, we're practicing some Krishna consciousness. So we're good. We tick the box. So Dharma is taken care of. Then Artha, economic development becomes important, like it is. To get better karma, so you have better facility to get liberated, actually. That's the trend. But for a devotee, is liberation what you want? How many of you want to be liberated anyway? 1%. Pramadana, you want to be liberated? Or you want to go back to Godhead? Which one? Liberated means going to Vaikuntha. You want to go to Vaikuntha? Okay. Wish you luck. How many of you want to go to Vaikuntha? I don't want to go to Vaikuntha. I want to go back to Golok Vrindavan, actually. Why? Because from there we won't come back here, actually. What they say? How that saying goes? Once burnt, twice shy, huh? So you understand the reality of the situation. You won't want to come back here. But if you think that this is a good situation, you're happy, you're enjoying yourself, you have a good family life, you have good income, you're happy with all the facilities that you have, and you're really doing well, and you want to stay here, so be it. So be it, actually. But ideally, you want to get out. And in the Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada gives us quotation about women, and he says, this is not Srila Prabhupada, actually, this is in the, it's Prabhupada, this is your 10th chapter, 29th verse, actually. It says, Bharatu suhusanam striyanam paro dharma he amaya tad bandunam cha kalana prajanam cha anuposanam. The translation goes, the highest religious duty for a woman is to sincerely serve her husband, behave well towards her husband's family, and take good care of her children. And the same works the other way as well, actually, right? The men have to do the same thing, actually. It doesn't mean that you only say women, so it applies to them, actually. This is when Lord Krishna was speaking to the gopis, when they came to participate in the rasa dance, and he was telling them, why have you come? You should go back home, you should come out in the dead of night, and things like that. And then this point is being made. And Jiva Goswami is pointing out here that the gopis' real, eternal husband is Lord Krishna. Not their so-called husbands at home, actually, who falsely consider the gopis their property. Like that it is. Thus, the strict interpretation of the word Amamaya, without illusion, reveals that the supreme religious duty for the gopis is to serve Krishna, the real lover. So this is the prime duty. Not only for women, for men, because we may appear to be in a man's body, but we're meant to be enjoyed by Krishna, who's the supreme enjoyer. So this aspect of women being served like this is very important, actually. Now you look at all the different aspects. There are 7 types of mothers, right? They put it on and didn't even tell me. We have 7 types of mothers, right? Yes or no? You want to start guessing who they are? 1? Mother Earth, okay. Cow 2. Nurse 3. Spiritual master's wife 4. Huh? Brahman's wife 5. Biological mother 6. Who are you missing? They said biological mother. Yeah. Who are you missing? Anyone? The queen, the king's wife. So, in a verse that Prabhupada quoted, it says, Atma Mata Guru Patni Brahmani Raja Patnika Denu Datri Tata Prithvi Sapta Teva Matra Smitaha. One's own mother, biological mother, the wife of the guru, the wife of a brahmana, the wife of a king, the cow, the nurse, and the earth are known as 7 mothers of a man. Now if you look at this thing a little bit carefully, what does this encompass actually? Firstly, your own mother. Mother is just making the point. She bears you for 9 months, like it is, goes through the hardship. All these things have this feminine, affectionate, loving quality. The nurse is the same. The king's wife is the same. The Brahman's wife is the same. One's own mother is the same. The cow is the same. Mother Earth is the same. All of them are tolerating, forbearing, loving, serving. Yes or no? Yes. This is why Mother's Day has become such a commercial thing, because there's real substance from a Vedic point of view. But we've taken it out of context and we're using it in a wrong way, like that it is. Yes, we should glorify our mothers, we should worship them, we should honor them, but we should do this all the time. It's part of our regular process. His Holiness Krishnadas Maharaj, Shanana Maharaj's disciples, yeah? No, Krishnadas Maharaj's disciples, yeah? Okay. I can't see so far, Mataji. You have to stand on the bench. Chai. So Maharaj would always make this point, that in the morning when we wake up, like it is, for those of you who are fortunate enough to live with your parents, who live with your children, the children should make it a point of going and offering obeisances to the parents, actually. Why? Why? Why would they? What is it? Yeah, that's true. You know, but this blessing from the parents, you remember, when we're talking about love, and this is something that we're trying to develop with Krishna, you know, Anya Bilasiddha Sunyam, unalloyed love, like it is actually. Why are we trying to develop this thing? This is what parents have. Parents don't tell you, you know, you need to do this and then I love you. They tell you. Huh? No parent will tell you that actually. The parents love you unconditionally. And that's why Srila Prabhupada explained that the closest we can get to loving Krishna in the material world is a child or the mother's love for her child, actually. Closest, actually. Because the mother loves the child unconditionally. Whether the child's happy, sad, mischievous, not mischievous, whatever the case with the child, the mother will always love the child. It's an inherent quality that the mother has. You can't take it away. Doesn't matter what the child does, actually. I mean, I know some cases where the children are criminal. They've done criminal acts, you know. But it's still, in the mother's eyes, it's my son. Can't do anything about that, you know. So that's the quality that we're trying to build, and this is something that we need to inculcate, actually. But just not, you know, like in our own household. As a community, we need to expand it, actually, like that. One of the reasons they put that I care there on top of it, I have a question. How many of you do care? Then you can ask me about what? How many of you care about anything sufficiently enough to do something about it. I know Apple, we took this thing from Apple, so they may come and sue us for using the eye care like this. But their eye care is about a material object, actually. So we're caring for a phone. I'm asking about how do you care about people? That care that you have for your extended family or for your immediate family, do you have that same care in terms of our community like that it is? Because that's what's required. For us to build a community, we need to care about each other. We need to stay in touch with each other. We don't, unfortunately. But we want to start the culture. We had a meeting with the devotee. None of the devotee care people are here. I had a meeting with them yesterday. And again, I was giving them an example. We have to first start caring and developing a relationship with people to actually understand what their needs are, actually. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. And I'm encouraging all of you today, on this very auspicious day of this commercial holiday called Mother's Day, to make it a commercial object, to call people. Send them a message. Ask them how they are. Find out. It's so nice if somebody calls you and asks you, how are you, actually? Are you okay? Is there anything that you need? Can I help you with anything, actually? Even if you can't. But sometimes somebody just needs to listen to someone. Or a shoulder to lean on. Simple things. They may not need extravagant things, actually. But it starts with that. But that is lacking because we don't have this I care, because we don't care about Krishna. Our family lives are dissolving because we don't care about them enough. As a result, the extended community is becoming disjointed. So we need to go back to the focus, actually, of caring, not only for your wife and your children in your own household, but for people outside of that, actually. I'll give you a simple example. You know, you see a beggar in the street, or an old lady standing in the corner of a road begging, actually. Would you stop and give her money? Yes or no? No. You won't, but how many others will do that? I know so many people do that, actually. I see this thing all the time. I've even given some people money like that, it is actually. Because you feel sympathy. It's a natural, compassionate point of view that this person sits standing in the hot boiling sun or freezing rain or whatever the case may be, and there's some sympathy in your heart, so you reach out to them. And you can't do anything else. You know, I have a different way of looking at these things, so buy sweets, offer them to Krishna, and then give them sweets. So you give me some prasad, so that helps. It's more beneficial than giving them the money. Because the money won't solve the problem. They'll come back again tomorrow, you know. But we do that. But when you come to the temple, and I can tell you for free, most of you don't even know what my name is, actually. How is that? Not to mention the person sitting next to you, how much you know about him or her, actually. Like it is. So I'm really, really seriously encouraging you all to take some time out of your busy life and busy schedule these days. And Krishna has made such wonderful arrangements. He's given you a phone that you can carry and walk around all over the universe, actually. To call people, check on them, see if they need something, or if they don't, actually. So this is the thing. So the biological mother is like that. She maintains, creates, nurtures, teaches, and brings the child up in this way, actually. Then the next mother that we spoke about was the guru's wife. So the wife of the guru is generally not, in our terms when we're thinking the guru is a sannyasi. But in previous ages, in Vedic times, the guru was a householder. So he had an ashram, like Sandipani Muni. You know, he had an ashram, his wife was there, and she was taking care of Krishna and Balaram when they went, actually. So like that, the guru's wife is an extension of the mother because she has the same wonderful qualities to take care of the child, actually, or the person that she's doing that, actually. The Brahmani, the wife of the sages. So here there's a nice story that Srila Prabhupada gives in the Bhagavatam about, you know, Krishna and the cowherd boys was hungry, and Krishna sent the cowherd boys to go to the Brahmins who were doing a sacrifice, and he asked them to please give some food because he was hungry, and they refused. You remember that pastime? But when he went back and told Krishna that, you know, these Brahmins don't want to give anything, Krishna said, go back to the Brahmins' wives. And immediately what happened? Brahmin wife packed everything up and sent it, actually. You know? So this is the quality of a Brahman's wife. She is very, very humble. She's very advanced, you know, spiritually like that it is also, because she understands what is necessary and what is not. And the tendency that she has is to serve like that, actually. And here in this case, when these Brahmins or these sages, when they saw their wives' natural display of love for Krishna, for affection and service for Krishna, they also joined in, actually. They decided to also serve. Okay? The Rajapatniki, the queen, is actually the same thing. So remember, the Brahman's wife, the Guru's wife, the king, the queen, these are all personalities that are responsible for a country, a community. And it's their responsibility to take care of everybody in the community and country like it is. So the king is the head of state, but the head of state is not just the head of state because, okay, I don't care about you, pay me taxes like what we currently have. Here the king is making sure that everybody in his entire country is satisfied, like Maharaj Yudhishthira. During Maharaj Yudhishthira's reign, everybody lived a life that was completely ecstatic. There was no want of anything. There was no shortage of anything, actually. So the queen is also like that, making sure that these things happen. The Brahman wife is doing the same thing. The Brahman is giving Vedic knowledge, and the Brahman's wife is supporting by nurturing. Like that it is. The Guru's wife is doing the same thing. Nurturing, growing, caring, extending yourself, actually, like that it is. And then the Denu, the cow. Today, it may not seem like a big thing, because now we get milk delivered in a cardboard box like that, or a plastic bottle. But in Vedic times, the cow was an essential animal in everybody's home. You had a cow, which you kept and you milked, and it had calves, and in that way you maintained yourself. You used the cow to plow, or the ox to plow the field and to plant vegetables and sustain yourself from an agricultural point of view. You didn't need anything. And therefore the cow became a source of nourishment, a source of care, a source of food, if you want to call it, because so many products from the milk of the cow is made. Butter, ghee, yogurt, so many things that are nourishing to the human being. So this is very important for us. And therefore we see the cow as a datri, the nurse, the caregiver. You see this now more prevalent than ever before. That now, like, the older people get old, then we employ a caregiver to take care of them. And in many cases, the caregiver pays more attention to the parent than the children do. If you've seen or didn't see, that's your prerogative, but it is like that, actually. So the nurse is giving her time, although she may get paid. In those days, it wasn't like about a payment. It was more, you were a caregiver, you were taking care of somebody, and that was that, actually. Today, it become a business. But again, the nurse is giving affection, care out of a place of compassion. Nothing else, actually. And then Prithvi, the earth. Now the earth is the one that we really struggle with, because we take so much advantage of Mother Earth, actually. So much of sinful activities are being committed, so much of digging, looking for wealth in terms of oil and gold and uranium, and all sorts of things have been going on in the name of civilization. And Mother Earth is not complaining. I mean, she did complain when Kamsa was here, which is a long time ago. Then she went and she asked Lord Brahma, then they went to Lord Vishnu. But currently, that's not happening. Maharajis, you'll have those cards? Did you make those cards? Who has it? Okay, because you only have a few minutes before the pujari takes the offering out and starts the arti, actually. Kelly Sundari or Predashni is around. Who's in the back there? See where those cards they made for Mother's Day. If we bring it and come now, Dinanath can put it on the altar quickly before the arti. Yeah, the earth is not complaining, actually. The earth is taking the strain. And we carry on. It's like, yeah, we just keep exploiting and we keep damaging the earth, and we expect the earth to keep yielding what it does so that we can live comfortably, actually. I mean, the reason Srila Prabhupada explains that you suffer from all these natural calamities, droughts, famine, tornadoes, volcanoes, and all these things, is simply because we are not taking care of the needs of the earth, like that, in a good way. All the sin that we are committing by eating, non-mentionable stuff, I won't say what they are here, those things are impacting on the lives of people all over the world. And in that way we struggle, actually. So please use this Mother's Day as a time to reflect internally, externally, about where we are in our life spiritually, where we'd like to be, how we'd like our family members to come along with the journey, our children to come along with the journey, how we'd like the extended community to come along for their journey. So in that way, life can get better for everybody, actually. Not just one cluster of people. And this is what Krishna consciousness means. This is what Srila Prabhupada created Krishna consciousness. That we are meant to preach. We now have this gift that we know we're not this body. We know that we're the eternal servant of Krishna. We are now meant to go and inculcate and to inform other people about this. And the best way to do that is to go out on Harinam, go out on book distribution, have Krishna Kathas, and encourage people to attend these things so that we can give them the benefit. Because if they don't benefit out of this process, then we're not doing our job, actually. If we just keep it to ourselves, then Krishna, we describe in Bhagavad Gita as a kripana, as a miser. But a Brahman on the other hand, and we just explained, a Brahman is somebody that offers all these things to everybody else, actually, willingly, no problem. A prime example, is like Dronacharya. He was going to be killed by Drishtadyumna. And Drishtadyumna was born from a fire sacrifice specifically to kill Dronacharya, actually, like that. Actually. But when Drishtadyumna was taken by his father Draupadi to Dronacharya to be taught the military arts, Dronacharya already knew that this boy is going to kill me. He was born specifically to kill me, so he knew it. But he didn't hesitate. As a Brahmana, he said, no problem, I'll impart military arts to him, actually. This is the quality of a Brahman, that he's willing to give. He's not willing to just take things for himself, like that does, actually. So please, we have to imbibe these qualities. We have to practice these qualities. We have to live these qualities so that it becomes a way of our life. Because at the end of the day, when you do die, I'm not saying if you die, I'm saying when you die, you don't want to go to Chitragupta and say, I think I served prasad at the temple one day. I think I gave some money this day. I can't remember the exact date, actually. Oh, I think I did this service, actually. Like he knows. He's written it down already, actually. So you can't cheat. But if it's like going to immigration. You show your passport. The guy looks at your visa, stamp, carry on. Isn't? You want it to be that easy, actually, like that is. You don't want to go through, them to do your body search and to strip you and to go through all your bags. You don't do that. No. You want to just get a nice stamp and you want to walk through the door, actually. So please take this time, take this opportunity to wish the mothers well and to serve them. So today, I'll stop now. I've got a few minutes to make some announcements. So if anybody has any quick comments or questions, I can try and answer them. Otherwise, I want to make some announcements. We want to welcome Lakshmi Mani Mataji, whose birthday today. You can clap. And she also sponsored the feast, so you can clap again. And one thing I took upon myself to do, which I think we did, I hope it tastes well. So we got all the Prabhus to clean and to cook the prasad for today. You can clap, Matajis. So when we go down now, what we're going to do is that we want all the Matajis, this table's laid out. I want you all to go sit at the table, and all these Prabhus are going to serve you, and then they're going to take prasad after you are served. So I hope you'll do the same for Father's Day, right? So Lakshmi Mani Mataji sponsored the feast, so we say thank you to her. And thank you to all the Prabhus that work so hard downstairs to prepare all the bhoga for offering. And one thing I'd like to encourage you, if you'd like to help in this space, and we were done pretty early actually. By 11:15, we had the rice done, the 2 sabjis were done, the halwa was done, and 90% of the puris were done. We just had the dal and the spinach sabji to be done. Even the pakoras were done actually. We were pretty good. Even if I say so myself actually. We were more efficient than normal actually. But I think the reason we were more efficient because there were no Matajis there actually. But if you'd like to help, we would appreciate the help. They made some cards for Mother's Day, wishing the mothers well actually. Mataji, if you're not going to get the cards up, you're not going to go on the altar actually. It's there. They can't find it, he just told me now. Anyway, So I want to say thank you to all the mothers. I'm really grateful that you all are here and that you all are coming to the temple. But please remember what I said. Your role is more than just coming to the temple. It's about bringing your family members, bringing your children up in a way that is really Krishna conscious, actually. That's your responsibility. You can't pass that buck to anybody else, actually. The fathers can help, obviously, but it's more the mother's responsibility to take that initiative, actually. So, thank you all very much. We will stop now for Arati and then Prashadam. Like I said, Prashadam going downstairs. Please do me a favor. I have some gifts. So Radha Charan Mataji is somewhere, I don't know where she is. Oh, she's there. So Radha Charan Mataji is there. She would have taken your name down and allocated a number to you. That was because I was thinking that we should do something nice for you. We'll give you some small gift. We didn't try to break the bank like that, but we have some gift. So I don't know how many names. How many names you got? 103. Okay. So I think I should be able to manage, actually. So we'll have the arati, and after the arati, I have some gifts here on the side that I would like to give the mothers. So it's not much. It's an apron just saying Happy Mother's Day. So I hope you don't mind. And then we have some bangles that we bought and we offer to the deities, and we'd like to offer you that as well, actually. So I hope you take our small appreciation of gratitude and appreciate it. So there's a devotee called Ajay. He is the one that sponsored, and he made these aprons. He delivered it last night at 6:30 in the afternoon. Shame. So that's me done. Any questions, Prabhus? You're going to serve the Maharajas? You don't have a choice anyway. You're going to do it. So it's one day. There's only about 110 or 115 of the Maharajas there. So it'll take us 10 minutes to serve them, and then after that we can all take our prasad and then sit down and honor prasadam together, actually. So the one thing we want to do before we go downstairs is chant the Sarira prayers. Actually. How many of you know the prayers we chant before we take prasad? 1, 2. How many of you know the English meaning? You know the English meaning? Little bit. Can I read it for you? Will it help before the curtains open, actually? Let's see. So this song, I'm going to read the English and then we can say this. It says, "Oh brothers, this material body is a network of ignorance." So tolerate me for a few minutes. "And the senses are one's deadly enemies, for they throw the soul into an ocean of material sense enjoyment. Among the senses, the tongue is the most ferocious and verily wicked. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world. Oh brothers, Lord Krishna is very merciful. Just to control the tongue, He has given us a remnants of His own food. Now please eat these nectarian grains while singing the glories of the Lordship Shri Radha and Krishna, and in love call out Chaitanya Nitai." So after the arati finishes, we will chant this praise before we go downstairs. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Sundar Gaur Sundur ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. And then one last thing, it is always best to follow some etiquette when we are taking prasad or honoring prasadam. And we should let the elderly people go, children, and then those able-bodied people should go, actually. So if you can, today is an exception, the Maharaj is all going to sit, but the Prabhus can still practice that going forward. Hare Krishna. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Go Brahmanande. I'm going to sing to you. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Godavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pastatha Jastatha Dine Namaste Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna. So everyone can do the Swami step and clap your hands. One time left, one time right. Gadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Everybody, as loudly as possible. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Chant loudly. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Nitya Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Oh Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami जनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हो जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा हो जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय जय निताय गौर सुंदर निताय गौर सुंदर गौर जय निताय गौर सुंदर निताय गौर सुंदर गौर जय प्रभु पदा प्रभु पदा प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रहलाद दायिने प्रहलाद दायिने हिरण्यकाशिपो भक्षः हिरण्यकाशिपो भक्षः शिलातंखानथालहे शिलातंखानथालहे हिथोन सिंहम परथोन सिंह हिथोन सिंह परथोन सिंह याथो याथो यामितथोन सिंह याथो याथो यामितथोन सिंह बाहेन सिंहो रिरहेन सिंह बाहेन सिंह रिरहेन सिंह बाहेन सिंह रिरहेन सिंह नरसिंह मदिं सदनं प्रपदे नरसिंह मदिं सदनं प्रपदे तव कर कमल बरे न कान दूत सिंहा दलिता हि वन्य खसिपुथन भृंगा केशवदीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल न कान सिंहा Avakar Kamala Vare Nakana Gutta Singha Dalita Hivanya Kasipo Tanabringa Kesabdika Nadahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamala Hare Nakana Gutta Singha Dalita Hiranya Kasipo Tanabringa Kesabdika Hare Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayana Sringade Nasringade Nasringade Jayana Sringade Jayana Sringade Nasringade Nasringade Jayana Sringade Jayana Nasringade Nasringade Jayana Sringade Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki Shri Nitai Gaur Sungar ki Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki Shri Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Nitai Gopramanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said before, we're going to go downstairs. We're going to do a few things. So, one, we're going to chant some prayers for taking prasadam. Then the ladies are all going to make a straight line, going this way, to pick up your gifts, and then you can go downstairs to take prasad. Is it okay? Okay, first you're going to chant these prayers so you know that your network senses are raging me mad. Sarira Vidyaja Joindriya Thayaka Jiva Phale Visaya Sagore Taramata Jivati Lobo Moy Surudmati Takati Takati Samsare Krishna Baradoyamar Gauri Bar Jiva Jai Swaprasad Nadil Ho Bhai Senamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Pramadako Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Shri Bhagavat Mahaprasadam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Go Pramananda. So please remember, one single queue will be efficient and effective. And Prabhus, please remember to serve the Matajis before you get served. Hare Krishna. Just in coordinating it.